got my phone out too slow. I just saw like 20 kids in a top down. Like half of them, like 10 of them were across the front bar in a row, staring at, you know, forward. It was funny looking. Only in the Philippines. Wait. Only in the Philippines. The parents both had helmets, but neither one of the kids had one that were on there. So the kids died, the parents live. I'm not taking rain on that motorcycle with no helmet. I don't know, it's just me. And if somebody's gonna wear a helmet, it's gonna be her, not me. I'm gonna be the one who'll go with that. If we only got one helmet, we absolutely gotta get on there, which isn't gonna happen, which I wouldn't allow anyway, so. It is what it is, you know. I'm not in charge of it. Because it's cash. You pay cash at where you go to the hospital. If you have a heart attack, you pay cash, or they're not going to operate on you. They're not going to give you heart surgery. If you break your arm and everything, they're not going to fix your arm unless you pay first. Not later. Alright. We'll see you when you see you. Like I said, I got my phone out for a different reason. Listen to this goat family. Look at that lawnmower laying on the side of the road. That's a lazy lawnmower, man. One of those guys might be a worker on that Jeepney, but the other one is not. He's just in his seats. So, there you go. That's how they roll. They will climb up on the top and set. So I was looking at some DVDs, and Ola Mills sent a DVD with some of my wedding pictures. I just decided to show y'all how handsome I used to be. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Anyway, right after that, you know, my friend, there's some pictures from my friend who got married, Steve York, who got married at a music festival. So I rented a SUV. I never drove an SUV before. I remember driving up there in the mountains where they had the Barefoot music festival in the middle of nowhere. And I believe it was in West Virginia. And I'm going up this mountain, and the road is literally only 1 foot wider than the SUV. And I got out to make sure my tire was right. And look, there's no guardrail or anything. It's like, oh my God, it's a whole mountain drop, a whole mountain high drop down, you know. Like, I drove like, you know, this one curve, I drove like 15 or 20 yards and got out, checked my tire again, drove 10 or 15 yards and checked my tire again. Anyway, the pictures of me and my wife at that festival, like sitting in the chairs, rain was in the oven then. So we got married in December, and February, rain was conceived. So that must have been, I don't know, she was along a little bit, so April, May, June, somewhere in there. Anyway, that was a cool music festival. And the other girl in that one picture with like the grayish hair, that was my friend Terry Kane. And her and another friend of mine, Adam Prasky, were also at that wedding at the music festival. So that was some old friends, Terry Kane, Steve York, and Adam Prasky were all there. And Adam Prasky is not in the pictures because he was sick, and so he stayed in, you know, in the camp by the where we were camping at. So anyway, my friend Steve York, they played a Black Sabbath song at his wedding. You know, War Pigs. You know how they have those love songs at the wedding, you know, when she's coming down the aisle, they were playing War Pigs, which was one of his favorite songs. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you some, you know, ideas behind what the pictures were. That was a barefoot music festival in West Virginia. And when I lived in Virginia, that's when I went there. And that was 2010, that music festival was. So not that long ago, you know, it was only, whatever, what's the year? 2023? So not that long, 13 years. And you notice that my hair, I haven't lost any hair. My hair is the same as it was back then. Anyway, I'm full of jokes today, but tomorrow, this is Tuesday. This was Expat Tuesday, where I went to my friend Bill's house in Marine Beach. You saw earlier. Tomorrow is garbage day, and tomorrow is also pick the plastic off the beach day on Wednesday. I did give that bird a half decent burial. That's his headstone right there. I buried him at. So, rest in peace, buddy. I don't know what happened to you, but your buddy, you know, you had a buddy that looked at me like it's my responsibility to take care of you, so I had to do it. I didn't mind. All right, rest in peace. No time lapse today. I could have cut y'all some slack. And I've been burning y'all up with those lately because it's been so good. But look at this. This is just like a mediocre. Wow. Highly enjoyable though. Oh my goodness. Wow, I must have did something good. I don't know if I'm getting rewarded or... I know this is way better than Craddock in Portsmouth, Virginia. I don't know how I could stay that long in Portsmouth, Virginia. I should have came here 20 years ago. I could have did it at when I was young. I saved my money. Could have did it. Could have booked early. I should have left with that unauthorized cash. By that I mean I don't mean anything. Wow, look at that. Cool. It's just a joke, the unauthorized cash thing. I worked my butt off my whole life. You know, I mean, but I'd made a good choice when I was young, because before I was a machinist, you know, I got an apprenticeship. Before that, I thought I wanted to be a carpenter. And I thought I wanted to be you know, when I was a little kid, I thought I wanted to be a police officer. Then I wanted to, you know, fireman, astronaut, you know, all that junk, just like every kid does. But then I wanted to be a carpenter because I got a job doing that in the summer when I was in 11th grade. Then I told the boss, I said, I'm not going back to school. I'm gonna just keep working here. He said, you're fired. He said, when you graduate from high school, come back and I'd be glad to hire you. You're a very good worker. But right now you're fired. Go back to school. And you know, that's the first smart dude I remember, besides my father. Anyway, I appreciated that later on because without that high school diploma, I couldn't have got in the shipyard. I couldn't have got the apprenticeship in the shipyard. I couldn't have got overtime. And I couldn't have ended up making, you know, enough money to do this right here. So, plan on living to be 150, so I still got 87 more years. Literally outside my kitchen. I'm gonna lean y'all up against the rice bowl. Talk to you while I'm gonna get some chicken canola. Hold on. Wow, man, this is chicken canola. I know you all hear me talking about that leaves. These are the leaves, these dark green. That's my vitamin tree out there. Though I didn't pick these off of there because it's too young right now. Chicken canola, that's papaya. That's in my yard too. And moringa or malungai, that's just a pepper. And that's the juice from it. That's a delicious meal. Man, I didn't think this was gonna be too spectacular right here. Is that like, is the sunset forming to the shape of my tree? Look at that. You know, I never mentioned that before, but I've noticed that on several occasions. It's like the top of the tree looked like the top of the sunset. And then everything is happening dead center in front of my house. It's just your imagination, run away with you. Just imagine it. See, I could just be this far over. How could this happen? It's only gonna happen during this time of year, right? All right, now I'm gonna be getting right in front of my dining room and it lines right up. What the heck? All right, I could be in my coffee drinking chair. It doesn't really line up. Or any of these other chairs down here. Okay. I'm way down here now in front of the kitchen sink. Right now. That's the kitchen sink view off the balcony. Not like where you're eating dinner at. Which again, it's perfectly lined up. I was standing the threshold. I don't know. I mean, I could literally just walk a couple feet. It's not like, never mind. It's just my imagination.